Yay, now that is pretty. Hello. I love my effects. Look at that. Mwah. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Or welcome back to Black Smoke Chat. Look at the smoke. Ooh, I'm Lena, and I'm so glad you made it. Dude. Oh my God. My eyes are so bright. My eyes are so freaking bright. And so are yours. You a 5D shifty bright eye having soul, and so's you. We made it to the 5D, baby. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 D. 5D, the cincos D. And I don't talk what a lot of people are talking about on this interwebs. They talk about all kind of twin flamey, blamey, whammy, whammy. To me, it's not that. I don't think it's a twin flamey, dammy thingy. I honestly think it's a 3 and a 5D thingy. Honestly, I think if you're still worried about what your twin flame is doing, you might not, because you shouldn't even be worried about it. It doesn't matter. You might not have shifted. But if you look at that, God, that is so cool. I'm sorry, I can't even talk. That smoke is just beautiful. And usually I'm eating it. If some I'm not eating it. But worried about the exes and worried about, you know, oh, is they gonna come back? Or do they love me? Or why did they do this? Or what did, we don't have time for that. That's a 3D mindset. So where people talk about, oh, you're karmic, I think karma or karmic is all that was left on that other time. I'm working on that. Days are getting tighter. On the old timeline, on the old 3D timeline. That's the truth of what I think. And I might know some things. But that's what I'm gonna consider karma being. So if we're talking about, you want to know the karma of your past, or the karma, what's the karma of the people that, what you're wanting to know is what are those people on that 3D timeline going through? That's what I'm trying to say. 5D's us now. We're going further. We're going to go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to however many D's it goes. I don't think we'll have to reincarnate again. You don't know, you may. But I think I've learned enough. Yeah, it's time to say thank you, Yahushua. I'm good. I appreciate you. I don't want to come back. This is a little running. Right. 307. I always randomly look at the timer and see what, and I always tell people, play those numbers that I say. Play them in a 3-digit, play them in a 4-digit, play them in a lotto. I don't care. But I play them on the underground. We used to have a place that I used to work at years ago called Max's. Max's passed away, God rest his soul. But I worked at this club, and my mom hated that. She said, what is your infatuation with juke joints? What is your problem? And I've always been that person. I like to work in or hang out at the place, the hole in the wall, as people would say. I don't like a crowd. I like dark. I like to just have a beer at a bar. I just like to, you know, back in the day, when I was a young kid. I think my first job, oh my God, was I even 18? I'm trying to think, was my son born? I guess I was 18. I was out of high school. Okay, I was out of high school, so this has to be right. I was about 18, and there was a club downtown, Fayetteville, North Carolina, called La Fonda Lounge, and people got killed in there. You know, it's a juke joint, is what they're called. In the old days, you're called a juke joint. And I love this place. And of course, I could drink underage, you know. The owner liked me. But I remember, it doesn't exist anymore, but he let me drink underage. And then I started working there. And just beer tender, that's all. And I loved it. He had like 40s, Old English, and 40s of Motley Bull, and Coke 45. And that's, people would just go sit, get a 40 or 32 ounce, whatever, and just chill out. Listen to old school music or read an old 1979, you know, Newsweek magazine or something that was very old. It just, I liked it. I liked it. It's just who I am. And when I came to Knoxville, there was a place here called Max's, and it was the same vibe. It was the same juke joiny, juke joiny, quiet, dark, hole in the wall. I started hanging out there, and then I started working there. And I was like, is this how I'm gonna be in my old age? Not that I'm not old now, but old in a juke joint and just chilling in the dark and just listening to my music and having people come hang out. I don't know. I would like it. I'd still think that would be 601 the time. I still think that would be pretty cool. Right? Just a freaking you just think about how you are as a person, you know, how you grow up, what things you like, things that you like when you were younger, you still like today, you know. And the other reason I was like thinking about Max's and things like that and things in my past, because in this like holiday season, you reminisce, and you can either go back and you can do some kind of dark reminiscent, some kind of, you know, like, oh, you get into this like spiral of going down, down, down. But you can also get into a reminisce and it'll make you happy. It'll make you feel good. And even though La Fonda Lounge in Fayetteville, North Carolina was not a place where my mom wanted me to be, I loved being there. And I have good memories of being in that place, in that, you know what I mean? In that space, all those years ago. And what I've been figuring out here lately is up here, if we can physically move ourselves, close your eyes, like somebody play, close your eyes and see the end of your street. If you can do that, close your eyes and see an orange. Close your eyes and see an apple. You can visualize that. That shows you can visualize. If you can take that same 3D with your eyes, look, you know, physical, see an apple when you close your eyes, you can use that same modality to feel. Instead of seeing, you can feel how you used to feel when you were in that good space. Feel that good feeling when you said, man, I'm going to take over the world when I grow up. Whatever that is, you can put yourself there and use that emotion to send you to a higher place, you know, to help you with your ascension, you know. You're still going to see remnants of like old you. You're probably going to still like things that you used to like, you know. I don't like crowds still to this day. I don't go to no big concert, you know. I don't like a lot of big sports stuff. The energy is too much. But I love a place where there's no, ain't nobody got no new clothes, you know, no clothes ain't all styling and pretense. Maybe that's what it is that I like at the juke joint. These people like trying to perpetrate who they're trying to get wild for. It's 11 o'clock a.m. and we drinking a beer and eating a chili dog. Life is good. And those are memories that I have. Those are memories that I have. Because there was another place that I hung out downtown Fayetteville. It was like you know how they say lunch counter back in the day, and you know, you can't sit at the counter. That's almost what I think this kind of was. It had that feeling of maybe 40 years ago I wouldn't have been able to sit here. You know, that's what it felt like. And it was still standing, but it was now just a kind of you know, it wasn't on the beaten path anymore. It was still in the same spot. People didn't come, and I had just happened to find it and doing my La Fonda Lounge days. And I think that's what it was. Because I worked there at the Fonda Lounge, and this place was downtown, and I was just walking trying to find something for lunch, and I found this, and it had a weird feeling to it, like in the past, it was still there, like hanging over and over. And I'm like 19, 18, 19, and I'm sitting at the counter, and I'm drinking beer. I remember, still underage, nobody did card me. I'm still drinking my beer at underage at this bar, eating a chili dog. Good chili dog, bro. But I liked it. There was something about that place, 1038, that I was enamored with. Something about the history, because I know black folks was in here a lot, because to this day it was still black folks. It wasn't no white folk, maybe. I can't remember any white people in there. So it's black people behind the counter, black people at the counter eating, and black people at the tables. And just a lovely little place. Just a lovely little mom and pop place. And I would enjoy talking to the people at the bar. Everybody's older than me. And I think I started figuring out there, man, maybe there's something, maybe I wasn't. Maybe I was born at the wrong time, or maybe I was here before, because that's what life is about. Life is a journey. We're these cosmic entities, these beings. We're in these human bodies so we can experience life and report back and let the El Hajo, let God feel through us. He experiences life through us. And I'm sitting at this bar at 19 years old. All these old people, some of them maybe other people might have written off already or whatever, but I'm loving all these mofos. This is in the afternoon. I'm like, hey, y'all want to come by later? We're going to be over at La Fonda Lounge until like midnight, 1 o'clock. Come over. So I was like, getting customers. I'll get customers for my job. The Fonda Lounge. You get making friends. What had me stop going down there is I ended up moving. Went to California. No, I didn't. Wait, I'm still 19. I worked at La Fonda Lounge. I went to. Did I go to college after La Fonda Lounge? Sometimes when we reminisce, our timelines get skewed, and I'm having a lot of that brain fog. Like, sometimes I can't remember, like, order of stuff. I know I did this, and I did there, and I went to college, and I went to California, and I got married, and I did that. All these different things, but it's the order of it. But I guess it's not so important, the order, as long as I can remember the event. But I remember being in California, and my mom sending me a news clipping of La Fonda Lounge being closed down after a murder. Yeah, I guess you can't say that word, sorry. After an unalivement, sorry. Happened in the place that I loved. But it had happened there before, I just liked, and it was so funny. California, really. Let me think. Was that the only time I didn't have a club? Was California? I had little restaurants and things I would go to, but I didn't have another little juke joint after that. I could never find, I guess I lost it. And then coming here to Max's in Knoxville years ago, just finding that place and there's a whole culture, but a lot of them are closing down now, a lot of these little places, and I feel like I was in such in the club to find these, because you drive by and it just like a little white house, or some little blue house. And then you go in and there's your pool table, and there's jukebox, and the people drinking beer, and smoking, and just like, oh, this is my life. Ended up working at one here in town at Max's, as I said, and sort of had that deja vu feeling again, like I've been here before or something. I know these people, or I know the space, or I know the whatever. And me being me, I love the boss. I love the boss. I fell in love with Max big time. And he already had a girlfriend and a wife. And so I'm like third on the totem pole. And I was in that pick me, oh. I didn't know really who I was at the time. We were talking 20 years ago. And I really didn't know. And I just was so enamored by this black man. It just did not make sense. It was crazy. I almost want to say that was the last time I was in love with somebody. I've had boyfriends and stuff since that, but I love Max. I love this man. And that's not even his real name. I know his real name I put out there, but and the thing is, I never said anything. I didn't think it was worth saying anything, you know. And it wouldn't have felt that way about me, so it would have been, why give more into a person, you know what I mean? Why give more love or more concern or more care into a person and they didn't appreciate the little bit you gave me, you know? They didn't appreciate that, so why would they give them more? And I didn't know any of that. We have to learn into these lessons and grow into these lessons, and he's not here anymore. All that crying I did, all that feeling and all that, you know what I'm saying? All that mess, all that riding to die with him, all that. There's a point I'm trying to make, and I'm not sure I'm even getting close to what it is. We expend so much energy in the people, places, and things. We put too much emphasis on nouns. That we're not in the now. We were too busy worried about nouns instead of being in there. I put so much energy into this man. He's not even on this realm. He's not even, his mortal coil has been severed. And you gotta think, where does that energy go? Where does all that go? You can't expend all that you got on a noun when you need to be in the now. If you can be present, if you can be right where you're supposed to be, right when you're supposed to be it, I think that's that you're one. I think that's the secret. I'm almost convinced that's the secret. If you can physically, in your head, close your eye and see an apple, and visualize an apple, you can go inside your body and pull up a very good event and use that emotion, that feeling, that internal guidance system, but how they say on The Secret, if you feel good, use that memory and feel into that. Don't let the bad one come up. Use that good memory and try to put that good feeling anchor into how you feeling right now. But you know what? I felt that then. I feel it now. That's fantastic. That's the power, I think. You can't be worried about people like that. I don't care who it is. Person, place, or thing is a noun. You cannot. Because my point is, now that person ain't even on the earth. You done gave all that in there. What is it now, just gone? Is it just in the garbage? When you could have put that energy into where you are right now, or where you want to go in the future, 1918, you want to do something? You want to do something? You can go back in the past and have good dreams. You can see patterns in yourself and say, I used to like to do that and I still, there's a variant of that. I'm still that. You can use that information, that biofeedback inside as your growth, as your measuring stick. It used to be when I felt this way, I would be sad. I'd start crying. Now it's just like what it is. I just move on. Can't let any of that stuff from the past hold you there. You can't let the past put you in a holding pattern. You know, that noun from the past, and you get stuck in that sad, visualize the apple. Find that happy thought. Find that happy. You've been happy. Something made you laugh. Something made you feel good. Something made you go woo-hoo. That. Anchor into the now. Anchor that feeling of you into the now. And hopefully that feeling's not wrapped up with being around another person. For me, my feelings were being a noun. Places. I get these feelings of wanting to go back to certain places. Not so much the people, but the places. People never really got me like that. You know, like I said, that's why I would talk to people where they say on the fringe of society. I had a lot of homeless friends. I had a lot of alcoholic friends. I had, you know, and that was just something too that I noticed I was doing. Collecting people that were broken, that had all these addictions. But I still thought they was cool, you know. I didn't judge them. That's what they was. But yeah, my mom was in California and she sent me a newspaper clipping that said somebody had got shot up down there unalive at La Fonda Lounge. And she made a point to put the time, circle the time. And she said, wouldn't this have been the time that you would have been working down there? If you was, if you was down there, girl, you would have been, this would have been your time. You would have been down there at work. It was like 11:35 or something like that. It happened. And I wasn't there. I wasn't there. She sent me the clip and it had the pictures. And my point, I guess I'm trying to make is I closed my eyes and I was physically like there. I could see like everything. I saw exactly what happened. By the way the picture, by the way the body, by the way everything felt, by the way who was involved. I was like, I saw all of it. And I wasn't even trying to be enlightened then. I was on no path. Now maybe I was. Maybe I was. I just think I just found out about Pleiadians and all that. So maybe I was on a path, maybe, but I wasn't nowhere near where I am. And then from here, I'm going to be going further on, you know? There's going to be a further place that I can go past this. But we have so much power. We have so much power. And then still in California, reading that article and everything, closing my eyes and being back in North Carolina. Physically, I almost really being back in North Carolina. Like where I can almost smell the beer on the floor kind of thing. And I just was like, could I feel that or see all that because I was homesick and I wanted to go home and I missed it. And California was hard and all this, but it was a gift. It was a gift that I had and I didn't know what it was. I could see events or something. I was like, maybe I should work with the police department or something. Maybe I should, you know, not saying I'm a psychic, but psychics do work with police. But it wasn't like that. It was like I could just see. And it was almost like I knew who the shooter was. Like I could see. And I was like, what is all, you know, and we don't know, we evolving. You think that's like woo. But that's crazy, right? To see a picture, hold a picture of someplace you've been before. Some people can do it with places they've never been before. But I saw exactly what happened. I knew exactly what happened, and that's crazy. We gotta use our gifts. Use all these 5D gifts. We was shifting then. We just didn't know. We thought we was going crazy or something. 90. I was in California in 92 when she sent that to me. Because I came back in 1993 from Cali and went to college, went to Lee College. So that was 92. So that's when LaFonda, and it was closed down. What's the point of all that? And the lunch counter was, cause I went home to visit. All that stuff doesn't exist anymore. I guess progress. And I was looking, and there's just no, all of that is gone. All your nostalgia, all the history in lieu of new crap. You know, Market Square's still down there. They still keep that where they sold slaves. That can stay, but the Fonda Lounge and the little luncheonette, I'm gonna call that hey. It wasn't a Woolworths, because it wasn't a store. It was just a luncheonette. It was just a little freaking restaurant. And you could get a beer, get a sandwich. Gosh, man. I'll be in the path of love. I was like 2600. I just wanted to talk. I just wanted to get on here and share that I'm having some mind slips. So, letting you guys know what kind of power you have. If you can physically see the end of your street or end of your block, or visualize yourself going out to the mailbox, you can go inside your mind or your past into a place that felt so good to you, and you can use that emotion into the right now, and use that to help anchor you into this present moment, into your new 5D reality. Look at your eyes. Oh my God, they're so bright. My eyes are so freaking bright. 5D, shifty, bright eye having on souls. That's what we are in this 5D reality. But my brain goes on these little journeys, and that's what I'll just bring you with me. I might as well just bring you with me. Use that emotion that you're feeling. Use that emotion that you're feeling, that good, to anchor it into the now. And that will help you align and elevate. It's gonna, because you can't really go up when you're like this. You gotta kind of singularity of purpose. You know, the higher Lena, low Lena, all the Lenas, heart, mind, soul, body, all the parts have to be connected. You can do that. I just gave you 5 lessons today. You can do that if you can see in your mind. You close your eyes. Can you see apple? Oh, orange. Can you smell the orange? Can you? That's power you have. Use your power. Don't let nobody take it away from you. Don't let no person, place, or thing take your power away from you. Use that. Use that power. Now you have, it's real. It ain't no joke. Try to use that good nostalgia, not that dark nostalgia. There's a word for it. Shadow nostalgia or something like that. Where it's like a bad, you get stuck in this sad, melancholy past. We're not doing that. We don't want the sad past. We're going to go somewhere. We're going to use the good emotions, the strong emotions. We're going to feel those, and we're going to go on with it. Can you do that? Can you go on with it? Can you use that power on the inside? You can. I know you can. I really know you can. When we think back on these days of, who am I? Where am I going? What is this? With those questions. If you can remember when you started asking those questions, that's when you started awakening. A person told me a long time ago, most of the people living under the bridge in Knoxville, or any bridge of your major city, and you know what I'm talking about, living under the bridge, could not successfully make it through Kundalini awakening, could not successfully make it through the shift, the 3D, 5D shift. You couldn't make it through their own spiritual awakening, and they thought they were crazy, and they accepted it as crazy because they probably didn't have anybody to talk to. They're probably right on the other side. It was like right there. All they did was just cross. And I'm glad I was a little bit strong. Cause it almost had me barking at the cars too, man. You make me bark if but all I could do was pray. All I could do was pray and say, don't let me go, God. Don't let me go. You ain't let me 30-12. You ain't let me go yet. Don't let me go now. Right? Right? Find the happy moment. I'm gonna start creating them, but I'm just trying to help you with some guide. I'm trying to give you some guide. Just let you know how strong your brain is. You got a lot of power in your cranium. So use it. Use that power. Your homework. Give up these shifty, bright-eyed house so-and-sos. Think of good things. Weird. That sounds weird. Wait, you just want me to think of good things? Yes. Yes. Good times when you were happy. And it doesn't have to be, you don't have to remember the whole incident of what the happiness was, just the feeling. That's all I'm trying to get you to access is that good feeling. If you can start accessing those good feelings, and anger and that smile, and what you're doing today in the present, you're gonna start growing by leaps and bounds, because then you tie it in with intention. You're like, I'm gonna feel good today, and I know why, because I felt good then. I know I can feel good because I felt good in the past, and I can feel good again. You can't, there's no need to stay in a negative state, in a negative place. Mournful state if people have passed, if buildings are no longer there, they're torn to the ground, friendships are destroyed, people that you loved imploded or married to somebody else, or all this stuff. You've been happy before. You can be happy again. You got so much power. So start thinking about those good thoughts. Think about where you came from, where you're going. Getting in that Forrest Gump mode. Shoes tell you a lot. Where you going, where you came from, what you doing, what you... We got a lot to do, guys. First thing is learning how to control this thing. Learning how to let it control you, control it, and it don't control you. I saw something earlier where a lady said, if your brain, if you have these crazy thoughts and all this stuff, name your brain. Name your brain. Like in Luca, they named their fear Bruno. No, he named it. It was the fear in their brain. Silencio Bruno. Silencio Bruno. Silencio. And the lady on the thing said she named her brain Becky. She said, Becky, we're not having that today. We're not going to do that today. I thought that was amazing. You have so much power. And our Becky. My brain isn't called Becky. I'm not going to tell you my brain name. My brain does have a name. Name your brain. Talk to your brain. Control your brain. I'm not saying control your every thought. You can't control every thought, but you can guide a thought. And that's all I'm trying to do is get you to kind of get into alignment, like how this smoke is just going straight up. Just get into alignment. Stop. You can't be so everywhere. It has to kind of all come together in this nice package with a bow on it. If you can just do that, just put an attention. Can I have a good day? I intend to help somebody today. I intend to be better than I was yesterday. I intend to laugh with strangers. I intend to look super sexy today. I don't know what your intentions are. Set your intention, find your spot, and be there. Take yourself there. Take yourself there. Take yourself. Did you see that feeling? I'm telling the truth. You can do it. You got that power to do it. I'm in here at 35 minutes, and I hope I've given you some homework. You shifty-eyed, bright-eyed, 5D shift. So-and-so. Got some good-looking so-and-sos, man. Look at your eyes. They're so freaking bright. Oh, 5D's good. 5D's good. Come right back, because I'm going to have some more stuff to talk about, but hopefully I'll pull a card or something. But I'm just saying, use the power that you have inside you. It's so precious. It's so beautiful. It's so powerful. Yeah, powerful, 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 powerful. You do. And you are still alive. You're still here. You're still on this earth. You still got a childlike heart. You still got victories in your soul. They haven't made you bitter. They haven't made you evil. They haven't made you hard. No, they tried. You've been happy before. You've smiled before. You felt love before. And I'm not saying put the person or the place or the thing beside it. I'm just saying feel the emotion in the now. Feel the emotion in the now. Set your intention. Say whatever it is. I intend for this. I intend to win $5,000 today. Feel it. Have it. Just let that shit go. Let it go. And so it is. I'm gonna tell y'all how to do something in 36 minutes and 36:49. Play that. But I'm gonna keep going, and I promise I'll do a card reading. I do. I love you guys. That's my green tea. Drink your green tea, baby. Drink your green tea. Drink your water. Have a smoke if you want. Tell the people you love them. If you want to stay in the house all day, stay in the house. If you want to go outside, go outside. Take your shoe off. Walk in the grass. Put your feet in some water. Have a good meal. Eat some fish. I don't know what you want to do. 37. I have to pause. So, but I'll be back. I promise. I won't go away for long. I will be back. I love you. Bye.